So let's solve question number 18. I prepared here some the scratch paper so I can do some math so you can see. What do we have here? Use the given minimum and maximum data entries and the number of classes. We need to find class width, lower class limit, and upper class limit. What is it talking about? In statistics, we use for data, we are using histogram like this. The difference between bar chart and histogram, there is no space between columns, okay? You can open my the lecture. I will send you the link so you can look. Okay, this is a histogram, and the minimum, maximum, those are classes. Okay, the width, class width we call, and this is minimum, this is maximum. So we need to find this class width. We know that there are 7 classes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say 6, and then 7. Okay, how are we gonna find out? So class width is equal max minus minimum divided by number of classes. Okay, so class width is equal, maximum is how much? 78.7 minus minimum is 7 and dividing by 7. So this is going to be 71.7 divided by 7. If we divide 71.7 divided by 7, we are getting 10.24. 10.24. Since when we are dealing, let's say, with people, you can take fraction 10.24 or life existence, birds or fishes or you name it. Therefore, even if it cross a little bit, tiny bit, the whole number, we are going to round till next one. Why? Because this is a minimum class width. So 10.24, this is not algebraic rounding, this is meaningful rounding. So I'm going to type here 11. Nice work. Okay. What is this one? Oh, lower class limit. Lower class limit is going to be our minimum. So what is going to be our class minimum? It's going to be lower class limit. It's going to be minimum 7. Okay, where is comma? Let me move open even more. So comma, since at the start with 7 with the minimum and class width it's 11, so 7 plus 11, it's going to be 18th. Okay, comma, and then 18 plus 11, it's going to be 29. 29. Okay. 29 plus 11, it's going to be 40. I have to go until I hit the maximum. Okay, 40, and then 51. 62, 73, and plus 11, it's going to be 84. Let me double check, because, silly mistakes can happen. 7 plus 11, 18, plus 11, 29, 40, okay. It's going to be 84. Oh, it's behind of 78. Okay, let me clean this. Here it is. All right. Good job. Now let's go with upper limit. For upper limit of the class, just to remind you real quick, a low limit, upper limit, it's these ones. So let me take a different color. Okay, let me take this. Those are lower limits. And this is we are going to later on split. This is upper limit for first one and lower limit for second one. Upper limit for second one and lower limit for the third one, okay? So which means if we have the 7 and next upper limit, lower limit is 18. So look here, let me draw so you will know. 7, 18, 29, 40, 51, 60, 62, and 73. So those are low limits. Now upper limits, because this is start with 18, so minus 1, it's going to be 17. Minus 1, it's going to be 28. Minus 1, 39, minus 1, 50, 61, and 72. So let's type it in. It's going to be 17. To understand the meaning, please watch lecture. I will send you the link. 39, 50, 61, 72. Okay. Let me see. What is going to be wrong here? 17, 28, 39, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that means it's 6. Since we have to have 7 classes and we put down only 6, so I have to go one more higher. That was what was wrong. 72 and plus another 11, it's going to be 83. Okay, excellent. Why 11? Because that's a class width. Okay? The higher level can pass our maximum 78.7, but not minimum. All right? Okay, question number 19. Okay, let's solve question number 19. So, question number 1. So we have, first of all, frequency histogram. This is the histogram, picture of histogram, and it says frequency. So horizontally, we have midpoint 32, 37. Oops. What just happened? Okay. All right. 32, 37, 42, and so on. We need to find how many classes are there. So every column is representing one class. So we have, if I count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. By midpoint also you can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 classes. Okay. Second question, estimate the greatest and least frequencies. So the least frequency, when I'm looking here, frequency is going vertically, right? So half of it between 0 and 100 gonna be 50, and this lowest one, it's gonna be about half of it, 50, 25. Let me explain so you would know. So let's say if this is my histogram, okay, so this is 0, this is 100, so this is coming here, it's going to be 50 in this case, right? But in our case it was how much? 25, because 50 it's a half, but this is below also, so it's going to be 25. Okay, the greatest one when I'm looking here is 200. Well, it's a tough question. 280? Let's try. We have 3 attempts on every answer. 280 or 290? I guess 290, I would say. 290. Well, that was good. Okay. Determine class width. To determine class width, I can see here looking at salary in horizontal line, 32, 37, 42, difference between them is 5, right? So the width is going to be 5. What's happening? Oh. It's not showing. Oh, there we go. Okay, 5. All right. What else we have? Describe the pattern with the data. Well, when we are looking here, we see it's a bell-shaped, right? Let me show you if we have such a... Let's say it's a bell shape because look here, provide line, you can use imaginary line, it looks bell shaped, correct? Therefore it's gonna be, I would say, so what pattern does histogram show? About half of the employee salaries are between 40 and 49. So that's right, about half of the employee salaries are between 40 and 49. So if you look 40 and 49, that's where they accumulated the highest, these columns, right? So, and why those two? Because at the total, these two columns are the highest one, and they made between 40 and $49,000. Okay. I think we are done here. Question number 20. So we are given a frequency histogram. This is a histogram. And we need to identify class with the greatest and class with the least relative frequency. This is histogram about relative frequency. Here it is your relative frequency vertically. Relative frequency, you figure it out when you need to find the percentage of each. Let me see. There we go. Relative frequency, you figure out when you need to find out what percentage make this or that element among total. Okay? So, we need to find out, let me see, the greatest relative frequency. The class of the greatest relative frequency is from here, this to that range. So let's see. The greatest column is 0.25. Let me see what is going to be class width. Is 34 half and 35 half. That means it's going to be one border is going to be 35 and the other is going to be 36. Let's write down 35. And here is 36. Okay, good. Next one, the class with least relative frequency. Least relative frequency is going to be the very last piece, right? Where midpoint is 39.5. So if in the previous column 38.5 and then 39.5, I'm looking at horizontal line. So the last smallest column, which is as the least frequency, is going to be 38 and 39 and 40, right? Okay. 39 and 40. Okay. The greatest the relative frequency is about. Okay, the greatest relative frequency is the highest column, and we are looking at y-axis where we have relative frequency. So it's going to be 0.25. If you look at the vertical axis, you will see the highest column is 0.25. Okay, what else we have? The least relative frequency. The least relative frequency, which one is the least? This last one with midpoint on horizontal line is 39.5, right? So if we look, it's going to be 0.01. How did I figure it out? Let me explain. Okay, if this is our smallest one, the smallest relative frequency, this piece, right? This is 0, this is 0.05, and there are 5 divisions, right? So this is coming, the first one, going to be 0.01. All right? So here it is 39.5 column, it's coming to 0.01. Okay, we have another one. So identify the fact that data show. So choose the correct answer. About 25% of female have a fibula length between 35 and 36. Length, it's a horizontal line, right? Between 35 and 36. Where is it? 35 and 36. That is the highest column, which is going to be true. 35 to 36. Fantastic. Okay, this is all with this homework.